Good morning, everybody. First of all, quick qualify myself. Chose a career at 16 years old. Trained in the field, educated in the field, retrained in the field, and continue to train every single day. That's allowed me to stand up here on this stage with such a wonderful, wonderful crew here, and I'm happy to be here, and thank you for asking me, Rob. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from oftentimes really poor judgment. so there's the lead off there, and that just tells you a little bit about the ideas that I'm going to present. A lot of them are cultural. A lot of them are just straightforward things. Countless times you sit in meetings, strategic planning meetings, business meetings, and you talk about define leadership. Could be easy, could be really drawn out. No pun intended, but I've boiled that down to a simple phrase that I work with. Leadership is meet the expectations of your team. That's really what a good leader does. There's a lot of accountabilities that your people are looking for out of their leadership, and that really just meet the expectations, and I think that's a definition of good leadership. There's a couple other thoughts that I have and kind of ideas, and one of the things that I think is so important is, and I put it like this: you train your people so well that they can leave, and then you treat them so well that they'd like to stay. That retention is what makes a good company great. Their disciplines that we teach. One of the biggest disciplines in my industry that I teach to people is time and motion. Time and motion, and don't get distracted. Those things are key to productivity. Another idea, and again, there's very few original ideas, but surround yourself with great people. Various types of people come into every industry, but in my industry specifically, I get various types of people. They unskilled, sometimes they are skilled in their field, sometimes they're very new. Technical skills that are needed. There's technical skills that are needed in many fields, but it's sales, and it's accounting, and design, and manufacturing. All that's within my world, and I can only speak for really my world because that's what I've lived. I've lived and I've trained in it, and I really think it's a wonderful thing. So you surround yourself with the people, and those people, there's things that can't be taught. You can't teach somebody to be a great person, but you can lead by example, and you can hope to find those people. When you look at that culture, the next idea I have is to create and update that desired culture. And one of the ways to do that is it's imperative to uphold the culture and to have people that are just right there with you. One of the key things to that is don't let your culture diminish. And how do you do that? You'll figure that out. But really, as people come through your business, try real hard to keep that culture and it doesn't diminish. There's an action step I take towards this. When things seem to go off the rails, and there's all sorts of regulations and rule books, and you've got employee manuals, and they're legal documents, and there's stuff of how to, what to do. I came up with something years ago that I called the "It's Not Okay" speech. And I did that because I found that it was easier and more effective to let people know what not to do than what to do. And there's been studies that support that. So the "it's not okay" speech, you figure it out within your organization if it's pertinent to what you're doing and what seems to be going wrong. You know, I had a dozen things, and it just really hammered home the self-awareness of all my employees. Of it could be, say, it's not okay not to shut the refrigerator door. It just could be that simple. But it was like an aha moment. So that was one of the things that I did and do and continue to do. More of the idea of coming together and creating a communion of souls. I teach one thing. One thing is that we make something with our hands and we ask people to give us their money and put it in their mouths. No bigger violation if that product's not fantastic and as good as it can be. And remember why you started in this path? Because you love it. Finally, a very beneficial idea that I have is to give away every bit of knowledge that I have. Everything that I can do to give away the knowledge that I have. And I'll do it every day. And then remembering why we do what we do and find the fun in it. Risk being your true self. Include people in your decisions, and inclusion that creates cooperation. And then also practice your craft. I'll finish with this. Amateurs practice till they get it right, and professionals practice till they can't get it wrong. Thank you.